This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, Labor Day. It was on this day that the term Uncle Sam was first used to refer to the United States, 1813. It was on this day Edith Eleanor McLean is the first baby to be placed in an incubator in New York City, 1888. This day, Atlantic City, the first Miss America pageant, 1921. Beginning on this day, the Blitz of London. The German Luftwaffe bomb London for the first time and will follow with 57 consecutive nights of bombing. In all, the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force, will lose 51 bombers over England. It was on this day that Bobby Riggs becomes the national tennis champion. 38 years later, he will, on September 22nd, 2017, have a match with Billie Jean King. It will be watched literally by the world. It was called the Battle of the Sexes. Bobby Riggs will lose. It was on this day, 1954. Integration begins in Washington, D.C. and the Baltimore, Maryland public schools, 1954. It was on this day Watergate conspirator G. Gordon Liddy is released from prison after serving 4 years and 4.5 months, 1977. There was a failed assassination attempt in Chile for the dictator of Augusto Pinochet. In the end, 5 conspirators would be killed, 1986. It was on this day that rap artist Tupac Shakur, who was shot multiple times in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas, he will die 6 days later, 1996. It was on this day that rapper Cardi B and Nicki Minaj come to physical blows at the New York Fashion Show, 2018. But today is Labor Day, a day that was celebrated beginning in 1882. As time would pass, it would become an official federal holiday. And as such, by the time it was approved, 30 states had already been celebrating this 3-day weekend. And now we find ourselves in the midst of a pandemic. Unemployment rates high. New York City facing an entirely new future. In the Upper West Side of New York, a group of 13,000 members has formed a new lobby wanting to restore order to the streets of New York. Gun violence in New York City has increased a staggering 166% across all boroughs. There's been a recorded 242 shootings, up from 91 recorded a year ago. The murder rate in New York City has rose 47%. Burglaries have risen 22%. The future is of great concern of the city of New York. And As people are leaving New York, where are they going to? Well, it's amazing that almost 3 out of 4 people who move out of New York City are moving to Vermont, followed by Idaho, Oregon, South Carolina, and Arizona. And what states are people moving out of the fastest? The first, New Jersey, followed by New York, Illinois, Connecticut, and Kansas. And so there is good news and bad news and confusing news. But behind it all is the good news that this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, Labor Day.